physical work. So the first phonetic is to study the special sound. And also we say that how they are produced. We talk about the articulatory or articulation or articulator. So great. Then we look at their physical characteristics. And if I said physical characteristics, factors, so modes, so acoustic phonetic. So, and also the other part, also number 3, how they are perceived. So we'll talk about auditory phonetics. Before we will talk about any one of them, so articulatory phonetic, acoustic phonetic, and auditory phonetics. So there are something called any language had a triangle of a language has triangle. This triangle, it is very important in any language. Any language without this triangle, it is not a language actually. So a triangle of meaning. So there are something called referent, then word, then meaning. So for example, this is for example a telephone. Telephone, it is a referent. The word telephone as graphing or spelling, it is called a word. The meaning between referent and which call a word, it is called a meaning. So if I say for you, what do you mean by the telephone or mobile? It is a means of telecommunication, for example. So here, I'd like to connect the idea. There are 3 meanings in English: M1, M2, and M3. M1, this M1 is called the sentence meaning. And a sentence meaning, it stand alone, it's neutral. So this is a sentence among your eyes. Now, for example, this is a sentence. Phonetic is a study of speech sound. We say that this is a sentence. The meaning of this sentence, Ziad maybe understand it with another, or one maybe understand it through another way, so that it is stand neutral. So also there are something very important called, this is our very ideas, very important, which called the M2 and M3. M1 sentence, M2 is speaker meaning. So the speaker meaning, and M3, it is the listener meaning. For example, if an employee with his boss, for example, he broke a chair, and his boss said for him, "You had done a great job." So he said for him like, "You have done a great job." So instead of praise him, he blamed him. So here, the addressee or listener to understand something, and a speaker means something else. For this reason, I say that the physical characteristic of acoustic, and also there are very important things that called the perceived auditory. Perceive means that to perceive it through our ears. Actually, we will listen to. And any language, also we have 2 forms in English, so, or any language. So spoken form and written form. If I say the spoken form, so that I need a person to address it or to listen to me. And if I say written form, that I need also a person who reading to me. So actually, so this auditory phonetic and the acoustic phonetic, articulatory phonetics, they are very important. There are 3 dimensions or dimensions. It's called or belonging to the phonetic. This is very important to articulatory phonetic, acoustic phonetic, and auditory phonetic. So actually, what is a phonetic? In this module, so we will concentrate on how they are produced. How they are produced, what? Produce a sound actually. So that is articulatory phonetics. So if we would like to about producing and production, that we will look and consider about which called the articulation phonetic. So producing. So sound symbol correspondence. So that there are something very important here. So correspondence, sound symbol, sound symbol. So the need of transcription system. So after we will know there are 44 sounds in English. Actually, there are 20 vowels and 24 consonants. We would like after that to transfer these ideas to be written as transcription. Transcription is a system that will give a chance or allow to us to pronounce a word correctly if we can use it between two slashes, as I mentioned in the first lecture. So that's very important. Sound symbol correspondence. So the need for transcription system, we need it, very important. So consider written English. Yes? Enough? Through?
Through.
Yes, number 3.
Thorough.
Yes, good.
Thought.
Good, great.
Thought.
Yes,
Bow.
good. So,
Think.
yeah, Mustafa.
Think.
Yeah.
Those. Thistle.
Oh, is it that or that sound? That sound.
Thistle.
That sound.
Those.
Yes, that sound like think. Thistle. Yes. Yes, that sound.
Thistle.
Yeah. Yes, number 4.
Thistle.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Is it that or that?
Thong.
That. Yes. That. Okay.
Yes.
So, huh?
Church.
Church.
Church. Chemistry.
Is it car?
Chemistry.
Yes.
Chemistry.
Yeah.
Lush.
No. Yes, another one. Yeah. So.
Loch.
No.
Loch.
No.
Locks.
Lux. Good. Exactly. Who said that? Lux. Lux. Who said that?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Good. Huh?
Cheryl.
Oh no.
Cheryl.
Is it? Is it?
Cheryl.
Sharing. Shut sound. So it is. It is
Cheryl.
sharing. Shut sound. Shut like she. Yes. So. So.
Picture.
Shut. 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 She. So like this. It is amazing puzzle actually. So we hear OUGH, OUGH, OUGH for 5 words, but it's from places to places a difference. Here it is enough, it is fat. Here it is throw, it is O. Here it here it
Okay.
here.
Thorough.
Yes, here.
Thought.
Yes, sir.
Bow.
Also here we add TH. So, but as letters, but we would like it to add a symbol. It is different, maybe that or maybe that. And here also we had add as a letter CH, maybe K, maybe Cha, maybe Sha, maybe X. So we said. So let us to concern about this. Yes. So before we can say between them or differentiate between them, we say something, this knowledge actually, it is called International Phonetic Alphabet. It is IBA, stand for International Phonetic Alphabet. So this is developed in 19th century to help describe the sound of languages. The very important. So when the scientists or the scholars that mean to use International Phonetic Alphabet, they like to help us to describe the sounds of languages independently. So of language orthography. So with the orthography, so I mean spelling or writing system May, under continuous revisions, last major revisions was in 1993. So after that, let us do, so that is International Phonetic Alphabet. It is very important. What is the advantages of International Phonetic Alphabet? If I said for you in brief, write about the International Phonetic Alphabet, what is the characteristic of International Phonetic Alphabet? If I ask you this question. In brief, yeah, write about the characteristic of International Phonetic Alphabet.
It is representing the sounds with symbols.
That's great. Another one. Yeah. So a very important thing that is to let us all the independent view of the language. Any language depend to another language, have different sound from another. There are some complicated sounds or some related sound between one to another language. So language also will give us the chance to orthography or the writing system. After that, let us start to differentiate between our, oh, great. So sound symbol correspondent. So here, OGOH, we add this a part of word, for example, for 5 words, and any word it is different from another one. In same time, they are same, but they are different in sound. So for example here, enough. And ow, here, yeah, that, and that also. If we look also, so CH in these 4 words, it is different also. X, so saka, and sh. Sharing. So it's sharing, looks, chemistry, and joy. So this is phenomena. Actually, we will call it to the sound symbol correspondent. If I ask you also to write a brief about the sound symbol correspondent, you must to write about this phenomena with example. So just this example to elaborate our ideas, to illustrate, give example for that. This is very important. Any learners, any researcher, if you would like to write a paper, if you would like to write assignment, you must put or pay attention to something. This you need also to explain, to illustrate. We need evidence. We need evidence for anything you are saying. For example, I say it is enough. How to know? Maybe not enough. So enough, I mean to use transcription of this word, that is to add af as it. Is another person said to you to refuse to say that it's not true. Maybe true, maybe true. So I said for him true. Why? Because this transcription of this word in a dictionary. If you consult a dictionary like this, and this is oo sound, and so on. So that symbol sound correspondence. Okay? Any question? We add the same part in different words. The sound in any word is different from each to other. So that it's called sound symbol correspondence. So transcription. And if I say for you transcription, the definition, so that the art of producing a speech organ. Oh, great idea. So if you say transcription is the art of reducing speech to writing. So to write. This sound, we pronounce it as speaking. We would like to write it as the written thing called grapheme. We say grapheme. We say phoneme is the smallest unit sound in a language, and also grapheme means the shape of word as a written or a symbol, the spelling of the word, the shape of written. We say grapheme, and also we have something called, as we mentioned it before, that morpheme, which is related to the morpheme of a word. So, for example, it comes from morphology. So now, transcription is the art of. Yes, welcome, Mustafa. So the
Okay.
Welcome.
If you please, a question here.
Yes, welcome.
Sorry for interruption.
Yeah, you are welcome.
How do we transcribe a word which we don't know its meaning? In fact, we sometimes come to some words which we don't know its meaning, because, as you know, the dictionary can't be learned by heart. So we, in fact, make mistakes in some pronunciation of some word, because we don't know that the ch here, it's k or ch, or as in bow and the through. This is a through, this is bow, this is bow, this is through, this is long. And there is another gh in another place with can be pronounced f, enough, tough, rough.
So thank you. This is an excellent question. It's an excellent question. So we know that through many things. First of all, to use or revise all the sounds for the four sounds, you must be wrote it by heart, first of all. So I know articulation of any word, the manner and a place of articulation. This is the first one. The second one, you must to go and consult a dictionary, so that because you unimagined or guessing this word, unless you had met you before. So if it's not you, you do not meet you before, there is no, that is a suitable rule or given rule for that, actually. So for this reason,
there is no standard. There is no standard rule for this.
Yeah, there is no anything that's called the given rule for this thing. So that's just to maybe read more and more, listening to native speakers, so that we can examine or to investigate these things or explore it through your meetings. But there is no any word, there is no any rule for that. I think yes.
In fact, that I got a rule for myself, for my students, that in order to make it easier for them to pronounce it,
yes,
I said for them, if it is a long, if it is a long, as we say through, we can't use at the end of this through, we can't pronounce it with f, because it's compulsory. It will become compulsory and will stress on our in our pronunciation. We can't say through because it will be very difficult. But when we say through, it's easy. Whereas in enough, tough, rough, and half, it is a short vowel here, so it be correspondence between the short O and F.
Yes, you are a researcher, and a researcher must be adhered to and investigate. Maybe this may be to be correct. We are looking or seeking for this actually to research about it. Maybe correct. As it is mean you are said before that you are talk to your student or you said for them that like that. Maybe the difference between short vowel and long vowel. Okay, this is the learners of the AFL learner must be aware that this area is enriched with knowledge, with seeking for or search for this. Maybe found a rule for that. Actually, thank you very much, Ali Mustafa.
For you and for myself, that I if there is a time for another question, or
Welcome.
maybe
Welcome.
okay. I see through that is teaching pronunciation for the third preparatory school and the third secondary school, and maybe for the institutes. And in fact, I taught it for 2 years. And you know that this kind of science, in fact, we can get it easily and we forget it easily.
Yeah.
We can get, if the teacher, if the teacher doesn't teach it at every year, he will forget it. But the pronunciation becomes simultaneously, as you know, in Arabic, whereas the grammar, the rule will be forgotten. Because as you know that these symbols, in fact, when you explaining for us these, in fact, it's very easy. But after 2 or 3 weeks or even a month, if you not every day or every week that you make a revision for them, it will be forgotten, in fact.
Exactly. So that's knowledge actually like this. We need to write, read or write, listen and speak. So that is you must to allow for yourself actually daily you must be putting about 4 hours. That is mean for seeking a knowledge for you, or maybe 5 hours, 10 hours, according to your something that you actually feel. So knowledge in general, and exactly, or I combine my idea in which call the phonetic and phonology. Phonetic and phonology, it's need practicing. So practicing will give you a chance or opportunity to go ahead to be very strong. So the use or the pronoun aware or the pronunciation of this word must be correctly and accurately through this knowledge actually. So so that it's compulsory for you, other learners must be to seeking for knowledge, looking for knowledge. So that is all these things will give you a chance. Listening more and more and more. A good listener will be a good speaker in future, actually. The performance and competence will be high. And so else, I think this is our advice for I myself and you. So we must be gain knowledge. Knowledge will give us or to solve all these puzzle actually. Any question in addition?
Thank you for you very much.
Thank you. So let us explore this phenomena as I mentioned before. So I called sound symbol correspondence. So and here the difference between this, we can solve this puzzle actually through listening more and more. So or consulting or writing new words or use handwriting to correct them. To don't forget to remember where it is exactly. Actually here. This is one very important area for English language. Transcription, as I mentioned, also the art of reducing the speech to or writing. So this sound, 44 sounds, we would like them actually to write it in a slide, and this slide will give us a chance to record something we felt. It is not like something we perceive it through our eye. So written, it is sometimes it is very important. Written will give us a chance to look the connection between ears and connection between the eyes actually. So all these things actually to give you a chance to perceive it. I perceive through eyes. Message come from my mind actually to send for my eyes to see a balance. So from one angle to another angle. So after that, to connect it or connection between this word, pronunciation of this word, and the transcription of this word. So translations out of the reducing speech, very important. Don't be influenced by English spelling. So English spelling is very important also. Most important thing for learners of English language, which called the spelling. And unfortunately nowadays, so that in the era of globalizations, unfortunately students or teachers themselves, a lot of them, they use misconception of the spelling. They don't aware of that because they write 3 letters for this smartphone, and this smartphone to play a passive learner nowadays sometimes. So that is, I write for them, for example, SPE will give me spelling. That means to make me a passive student. So at that time, I concept a hard copy dictionary. That a hard copy dictionary, I'm looking for a word. I'm tired. I'm attempting to try to find this word actually. This give me just a chance and give me the chance to not forget this word because it's so hard to me. It's so hard to me. So don't be influenced by English spelling. Transcribe what is not what. Out, for example, or to be. So that is out to be. Actually, with transcribe mean what is this thing? So what we don't look at the something that is not no, so that you see imagine. So we would like to translate something, transcribe it. So we'll show it in our dictionary. For instance, add examples such as speech sounds can influence neighboring sound. For example, if we look at this new places or 3 places, huh? Number 1, yeah. Number 1, yes.
Newcastle.
Yes, number 2.
Newcastle.
Number 2.
Bolton.
Number 3.
Carelessly.
So this is all of them. It is a place actually, or towns. So, but if I say to you, what shall observe or note in this word? Is there any relationship between these words, this cities or this town and sound? Is there any relation between them?
According to the places, according to the place, to these towns.
Yeah. Yes, is this sound inside this word actually it's found here? Newcastle, not sound actually it's found in Newcastle, but Holborn, for example. Here we say ma, and here nga. So wow. So it is very important for you. I like to say something. Trust your ear, don't your ears of education. So that you get I think you get a message. So trust your ear, not your ears of education. So for this means that's a chance or opportunity to, welcome.
You mean that there is another sound which can't be pronounced clearly when we pronounce each one of them? No. As between the brackets nah and meh and ing?
Yes. So another person don't aware or pay attention to ma, na, and na sound. So that just concentrate about which to word. So just if not observe, if there is any relation between na and Newcastle or ma and Bolton or not. Just for this reason, I say trust your ear. Trust your ear means that is we must be to believe your ears, don't believe not ears of education. So ear of education may be like this, may be mistake or maybe error for that to give you a chance to be commit an error. So he said for you, for example, bring the word that is inside this word, for example, ma sound and nga sound. So he said like this, according to the ears of education, though just here we know that transcription reducing of the speech of article solution according to your ears, according to your ears. You got it?
Not clearly, in fact, but a little bit.
Yes. So I said for you, actually, we concentrate on knowledge of air. That's something you are hearing through your air. Don't consider about the experiences in education. So for example, maybe you had brought or bring something that or brought something that actually it is not correct. So because you don't, at that time, you don't hear it well. So that it is a play major role in this part of transcription action.
Okay. Oh, yes. Now it's clear. It's obviously now it is. Now, in fact, it becomes clear.
Yes, thank you. So trust your ear, not your ears of education. So I think transcription is the art of reducing speech to writing. Remember, a word in isolation may be spoken differently to a word in connecting speech. Do you are aware of that? Remember, a word in isolation may be spoken differently to a word in connected speech. For example, example 2, an example, give me t, give it
t, not to, if it's in a sentence.
Yeah.
Give it to him.
Yes, give it to him. So that is the difference between, so that remember a word in isolation may be spoken differently to a word in connected speech. Is as example here. So they compare between to and ta. Tahim and to, the difference between them. I think the time now for this session will be about 1 minute and 40. Yes. Any question before we will end the second session?
In fact, Professor, that I see that something which is similar, or it might be for a little bit between what we are taking noun and what is called in Arab.
Yes, welcome.
And Quran.
Yeah. Yes, welcome. Continue.
Because when we recite a verse of Quran,
yeah,
if we recite it within a sentence, within a complete sentence, it will become different as it is a word for itself.
Exactly.
As we say, because for myself, that I think that the matter that we are taking in this subject, in fact, it has a root. It has a deep root that of what is called in Arabic at-tajweed. When we say in Arabic, we say that min maniyyin yumna. For what we say that is idgham here.
Yes, construction. Actually, great. So that's